try this one more time. I'm back. Alrighty, here's the big deal. The New York Mets manager Terry Collins said that he won't be sleeping much for the next couple of days after his decision to leave Matt Harvey in the game and not pull him in the ninth. I'll get more into that later. Why? Because I don't feel like going into that right now because I've got a whole blog on that. Slow computers. So we can put a freaking man on the moon, but we can't. Life sucks and then you die. Yes, I said sucks. Give you some food for thought on why Terry Collins should not worry too much about pulling Matt Harvey. With Matt Harvey pitching lights out going into the ninth inning, manager Terry Collins sent his starter back out. What happens next just shows the resilience of the Kansas City Royals. The Royals scoring 2 runs and tying the game was on an errant throw by Lucas Duda, but all in all, what was the deciding factors to this World Series and why was it over in a New York minute? It all starts with starting pitching and defense. As I mentioned in the World Series preview post, this would be the deciding factor, and boy was I right. While the starting pitching was lights out on both sides during the series, the Mets continued to commit errors at the most inopportune times. Then the bullpen could never lock it down for the Mets. Familia had a chance to close the game, but instead blew his third save. Pitching and defense wins championships, and the World Series just proved my theory right. The offense didn't show up for the Mets. David Murphy was the NLCS MVP, but absolutely did not show up. The New York Mets thought they could win the series solely by pitching, but lacking the offense and committing a host of errors. They're sorely wrong. While many will blame Terry Collins for the loss, as a manager in a deciding Game 5, you don't see pitch count. Familia had not locked down the saves in most of his opportunities in the World Series, so what did Collins do? He sent Harvey out. So what? The decision that ultimately killed their chances at the game was sitting Familia out in the first place. I'm not a New York Mets fan, nor do I claim to be. But what I see from this team is that it may have been over in a New York minute in 2015, but there will be other opportunities in years to come. Guess that's why there's more seconds than minutes in a day. Basically, that's why Terry Collins should sleep. Is the fact was, going into the ninth inning, Harvey had pitched lights out, and by pitching lights out, they had given them the opportunity to go above and beyond. And yes, there was a runner at second with only 1 out when they pulled Harvey. But you don't see pitch counts as a manager. You never have, you never will. You won't see pitch counts, especially in a deciding game. So, with all that being said, and with the hiccup that we had in the beginning of the show, and unfortunately, I'm pretty sure you're not going to see the first part of this, so you're probably going to see maybe a 10-minute show. Woohoo! You're probably wetting your pants in excitement right now, aren't you? Sup, Big Jim? I have no idea. PVO back to RJ. I have no idea who you are. I know you're a viewer, but I have absolutely no idea. Hiccups is what's up. And why was there a child in the background? She's my cheerleader. But unfortunately, she forgot her clothes tonight. So, we'll go over the AP Top 25 as, or the composite Top 25. It's actually the composite Top 25 now because you've got the AP, you've got the composite. The composite's basically what everyone goes by. We'll go over the composite Top 25, and from there, we'll give you all kinds of good stuff. Not really. The show will be yours. So this is how the composite top 25 looks like. And again, like I've done each and every week, I'm going to go over and do my top 25 as well, which typically does not even look like their top 25. The composite top 25 looks like this right now, from 1 to 25. Ohio State, Clemson, Baylor, LSU, Alabama, TCU, Notre Dame, Florida, Michigan State, Stanford, Iowa, Oklahoma, Michigan, Utah, Florida State, Ole Miss, Oklahoma State, Memphis, Toledo, USC, Houston, UCLA, Wisconsin, Mississippi State, and rounding out the top 25, Texas A&M. This is how my top 25 look like. Ohio State and Clemson stay the same. Baylor stays there. I put TCU at 4, Alabama at 5, Notre Dame at 6, Florida, Michigan State, Stanford, Oklahoma, Iowa, Michigan, Utah, Florida State, Ole Miss, Oklahoma State, Toledo, Memphis, USC, Houston, UCLA, Wisconsin, Texas A&M, and then Mississippi State, rounding out the top 25. So that's the composite top 20, or the composite top 25, and my list of top 25 as I see them as of right now. And with that being said, and with the hiccup that we had earlier in the show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this short. I want to give us 2 plugs to 2 companies that I am not affiliated with by any means. I'm just giving them simple plugs just to plug them.